and saw that my divine sacred herb plants overnight showed their sex with a meditation asking them if they would mind because the plants on the other side of the greenhouse were starting to show their sex. So mine are only like 2, 3 days behind. So I just, little meditation, sent my love, gratitude, appreciation, and compassion. Went outside to go say hi to them real quick, had a little smoke, and as I was checking the nodes and whatnot, I saw a couple hairs standing out. The hairs are what you want because the female flowers actually grow the bud, the flower that you want. The males grow these little stems that, pardon,
Mm-hmm.
has a little stem, little stamen, and then it has like a little like group of like sacs that hang off, and these sacs carry the pollen, and when they release like real quick, and when the pollen releases, that's what the little hairs on the marijuana buds, those
Mm.
little hairs catch the pollen and then they shrivel back into what's called the calyx, and then that's what creates the seed inside the flower bud. So, and that's what degrades bud because it puts all its production into seed production rather than the THC development. So,
Mm.
I went outside to go and check them out, and I got two for sure that are females. Um, one, I got two more plants I got to wait to see what their sexes are, and then I have three that are males. So I'm gonna have to let them enjoy the rest of their life today and put in the rest.
Nice. So do all plants have male, female as well? All plants?
Yes, some plants actually have male and female parts on the same plant.
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand when you said male and female. And the explanation you gave was very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, but I had never heard that in my life, so thank you for sharing.
Also, you have what we call hermaphrodites, and those
Mm.
happen either through genetics where people put together just a weaker strain, if you will, um, and or it gets the light mixed up because the plant goes on like a light like goes on light. So once it starts getting 12 hours on and off, it starts
Mm.
growing its flowers. Before
Interesting.
then, when you're getting like 14, 16 hours of light a day, 18, then that's when it's in its vegetative growth. So it grows tall and bushy. And then when it starts getting to 12 hours, that's when it stretches a little more and it stops stretching. And then that's when you start seeing all the flowers start bulking up.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, since we're seeing flowering right now, that probably means they're going to start bulking up in about like 2 weeks where we'll actually start seeing like buds starting to like build up.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
interesting because they're only 3 weeks old and they're at about 2 feet, 2+ feet tall.
Nice.
Yeah, just explosive growth out here. Explosive.
Hmm. Well, I was just sharing with Sean that I was listening to a Christine Day channeling of the Pleiadians,
Mm-hmm.
and I went into a meditation and saw Pegasus, the angel horse. You know who I'm talking about?
I saw,
Gorgeous.
I saw a cloud in the sky yesterday that I point up to Alexandra. I'm like, babe, that either looks like a dog, but I'm like, honestly, it looks more like a Pegasus.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was beautiful and it talks it talks to me. And it has a deep voice too.
it was Robert in his Pegasus form.
I was just like, whoa.
Okay, so I came across a channeling myself, and it said that in this shift, there's a lot of first and second chakra energies. So some people during this shift, a la Sean, are starting to feel a sudden surge
Sexual
into
energy.
sexual energy.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And it said it had something to do with the shift and having more creative juices, if you will, for
Mhm.
our creation and whatnot.
Mhm.
And I also came across a really something called moon blood and an exercise to do with moon blood, and I was like, wow,
Really?
that's some real that's some real out there magical practice type stuff there, man.
What?
It
That
was
sounds like a female period.
yes, and it said to collect the blood, and then
What?
and then on a full moon night, you go and you pour the blood. You know, you do your intention meditation. You pour the
Oh
blood.
my God, I'm gonna just fall out.
No, even suggest to if you have your soulmate or your partner to do like a ritual where you wipe it on the bottoms of your feet, and then you put it on your heart chakra, and then you put a dot out of it on your third eye, and then after you do your intention meditation together, then you begin to make love, and and then at the end of it, it had a suggestion, if you're open to it, to save the male ejaculate and save the moon blood from the interaction and use it as like the bread and wine. So it
What?
says like
Okay. Oh God.
mix this with bread, and then ingest it
Oh
Whatever you want
with
to do,
no.
intention.
that's fair enough.
With intention.
Whatever you want to do, fair enough, but I'm totally not doing that.
Not doing
I
that
had to
one.
sit
I'm
there and like,
sorry.
I know I'm sitting there like I'm really open and I'm really not judgmental, but that's some shit right there. Like I've done some things myself, but that's really pushing some experimental boundaries right there. Maybe not this now,
Oh, that is not needed for me. Oh no.
I'm not ready
Mm-mm.
for that shaman initiation yet,
That
man.
is not my type of shaman initiation. That is not necessary for me. No.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I just like stumbled into it, and Facebook. It was something about like lightbody.net, and
What?
yeah, it was like lightbodyascension.net, and it had a bunch of different things, and it somehow I stumbled on this one part, and it said something about moon blood, not blood moon, but moon blood, and it kind of
Moon. Oh my God. Oh no. Mm-mm. I'm sorry. That's not for me. No, thank you.
I thought that was pretty hardcore right there.
Oh, it's like making my blood crawl, like just listening to it.
I was just thinking, man, there are some really
No, thank you.
Maybe I want to do it in a future now moment. You never know what's going to happen in the next now moment.
exactly.
Well, in this now moment, I am horrified.
I get why they wanted to put the blood on the palms of the feet and their third eye and the heart chakra. I get that, but I only get it to as far as that.
Yeah, the when it goes to the ingestion part, I mean, I understand.
Oh
I
God.
understand like
Made me
the
throw up.
concept. I understand the concept and idea behind it. Like you're welcoming your, physically the other person into you as well as yourself, and you aren't looking at yourself in judgment. You're out of yourself because it is just a part of you that you're just putting back into you. But it's just the real mental thing to get over that what you're doing there.
No, thank you. I'm gonna wave that one goodbye.
I'm feeling that one, and it's not resonating too much.
I'm gonna wave that one goodbye. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Whatever floats your boat.
Exactly, but thank you
Hey,
for sharing.
I thought it was an interesting that was an interesting practice.
Mm-mm.
So I got my crystal skull, my bloodstone crystal skull right now, right in front of me, and then I got the skull facing me, and I got three quartz rods, terminated quartz rods with the terminated points facing it. So
Hmm.
like two facing its cheek, one facing its mouth. Then I got another
Can
quartz.
you show it? Like on the video?
Yeah, I'm actually in the middle of. It's going to be part of a grid. So
Oh, okay. Oh, so you want to wait or?
yeah. I was
Because
just
I'm actually not going to stay too long. I want to go to the beach to a drum circle and take
okay.
my crystals with me.
I'll show you what I got done so far. Then
Okay.
can you see it?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Let's see here. Oh,
Beautiful.
so right now, I'm feeling a lot of angel like energy. So I'm using the quartz with my celestial. My celestial quartz is up here.
Right.
So, the heaven quartz, and then I got my celestite on top of it, and then I got my Brazilians down here, where I got my seraphinite, my triangle seraphinite, and then I got my cube, my Metatron cube seraphinite, and
Mm-hmm.
this is my wait, that's
Bring your
angel.
camera down a little bit more, Justin, so
Kind
we
of
can see the
looking
whole thing. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah,
Right there.
yeah,
human.
that's a little better.
So that's the start. The idea is charging the skull with information, and then I have a feeling of like holding the crystal skull in my left hand, and just seeing what could possibly come through.
Yeah, cool. That's pretty.
So, and then I've been feeling a lot more of the angelic energy again lately. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I've been intentioning more to reach back out. There was a communication recently that would like to look into, and that was a communication and finding out my angelic human name, if you will. And I feel as if I possibly heard it, however, it like slipped away. So I'm feeling that maybe it wasn't that
It'll
wasn't.
come back if it's meant for you.
Yeah. No, I know it is. It's just there's been there's something that came through yesterday after the channeling with brother Jim. When I woke up right at the end of the webinar
Mm-hmm.
with this awareness that the being that had come through um, was a part was like a partial aspect or an aspect of myself. Not only myself, but I feel as if it's energetically attached to others of the group as well. But I
Mm-hmm.
felt a resonant with this energy being a part, like an aspect, like being a part of this aspect of this being.
What, the Octurian lady?
Yeah,
Juliet.
yeah.
Is that her
Huh?
name? Juliet.
Julia or Juliana or something like that.
hmm
Judy something.
Um, yeah, it was something to do with that. And what's interesting is because like I also can't like I woke up, and when I woke up, I felt the presence of like a blue green feminine presence when I woke up, and then I
Mm-hmm.
woke up and immediately turned on the webinar, and that's when I heard them discussing,
Mm-hmm.
being that come through, and from what it sounded like it was a feminine aspect of the being.
She
So
was very intelligent, very, like her words had a way of answering a question. However, it's answering the questions on many different levels, and you can kind of feel the energy go to each level.
that's
It's interesting because
that's
I do that sometimes because it's when people can answer a question directly to the person's being. it seems.
And that's interesting because that's something I've been really, really like working with in my meditations and in communications with beings and whatnot. Because I understand there's been times where information comes through and it's kind of maybe only hitting like one or two people. So I've been like, that's something that I've like worked on intentionally is when speaking and or if there's someone channeling, how can I channel, how could I channel an aspect and or channel information to where it's, you hear the words, but the words have layered energy into them. So like
Exactly.
when it's able to resonate with more people, just it's not maybe just the words, how it could be the cadence, it could be the inflection, it could be the emotion behind it.
It's the truth behind it.
Yes, yes, and everyone's truth.
It's different, I get it, but there are ways to speak and to get a resonant energy of an idea a little past the words that are being said.
Mm.
To speak directly to the true question, maybe not the question that was being asked, but to speak directly to the truth of the question that the person may be asking. Yes.
Beautiful. Definitely resonant with that. Definitely resonant with the idea. There's some exciting, real exciting communications of many coming through. It's going to be an and yesterday I didn't even realize like we're almost 4 months into this year too.
I know, right? It's
Like,
just going by so fast.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Feeling good with this one. Let's see here.
I'm intentioning for my crystals to connect to your grid you're creating, so when I go to the beach, whatever I do will be that much more powerful.
My stones are definitely up for it. My stones and crystals are definitely up for it.
Are you gonna bury your crystals in the sand for a while?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it right at the water's edge.
Let's see here. My emerald and my green tourmaline.
Mm.
I know how I got this. Yasmina,
Hi, Yasmina.
how are you? Thank you for joining. She's just gonna be a silent listener. That's all right. We got her here and gone.
Oh, she'll come back.
Yeah, she'll come back. They always come back.
When one leaves to join.
What's
So,
that?
When one leaves to join.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm feeling to keep actually the emerald and my turquoise in my hand right now. Turquoise is an interesting spirit stone. Interesting. I wonder if I can have I wonder if I have enough to attach my quartz on the outside. All right, let me see if I do.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have enough quartz and yeah, I got enough different pieces.
Sounds like you got a lot.
Well, I would like to use nothing but quartz clear quartz, but I don't have enough of those clear quartz rods. So I'm going to use my clear quartz, my blue tiger's eyes, and then my rose quartz to
Mm-hmm.
connect the outside of the grid. That way I can. There's something about connecting, like, there's something about connecting the grid with rose quartz and quartz on, like, the idea kind of stuck with me from watching the anime Full Metal Alchemist,
Mm-hmm.
because they're alchemical circles or whatnot. They're circles, and if it's got something in it, it's not complete, and they aren't able to really fully summon the intent of the circle. So something that kind of just resonated with me with, like, I feel it would be more beneficial for the grid to connect it a lot of the time.
Hmm. My crystals are. I can feel them connecting to your crystals now since I intentioned it.
I can feel it too. I can, like, I just got this like big old smile on my face as I'm setting them down here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're telling me right now, don't worry about it. Just start with the quartz and the rose quartz, quartz, rose quartz, quartz, rose quartz, and then they're telling me if I'm run out of that sequence, then to just finish it out with the blue on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Hayan, you have anything to share with us?
Brother Gabe told us that you channeled for him the other day.
You're muted if you're here. Maybe he stepped away.
So I saw a channeling on today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the being that had come through was Archangel Azrael.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with this archangel?
I've heard of the archangels before, but I'm still getting used to them because I
Mm,
didn't really grow up knowing about them, or
neither did I.
yeah, I'm still getting used to who they are and what their names are at least, and what do they work with.
Yes, yeah. Um, hmm.
But I have heard of Azrael before.
Azrael. I I thought Azrael honestly had something to do with the angel of death.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, Dan was just talking about. No, that's different. Never mind.
What,
I'll let
Lou?
him share that. Yeah, Lou.
Oh yeah. No, we talk about Lou a lot, him and I. I've had experiences with Lou as well. Lou and me is chill. Me and Lou we're cool. Um, because once Lou has been introduced to love, light, and compassion, that's Lou's true beingness.
Right.
Like Lou Lou was the bearer of light. Light is knowledge. However, not it was knowledge. We were told it was knowledge without love, though, and that's
Mm-hmm.
not true. That's not true at all. At
What
least
is Lou? This body does not understand what Lou is.
Oh, welcome, new being.
John, how are you?
Integrated higher self of Sean, not a being.
Oh, okay. Very well. Thank you for coming. Lu is short for what some may call Lucifer.
Ah,
And the reason why she wishes to use that word is because the term Lucifer has such a history and energy behind it, that she wishes to be called just Lu.
so this being of Lu is the being that was formerly known as Lucifer.
Apparently, that's what Dan came out with, but that's the general understanding of the being named Lu.
Ah, I'm like one crystal rod short.
I'm sure you got it in there somewhere.
I'm gonna have to make do with a different piece. Let's see here. Let's see here.
What is your perspective on that? Higher self with Sean?
Can you clarify more perspective on what
Lu, or the being Lucifer.
this my perspective is? He is just another being. His history, though, is well known because of the works that he's done. So for me, he's just another being, the same as if you are a other human, and JC is another higher self.
Mm-hmm.
I tend not to speak much about Lou because I prefer to witness people's higher selves come out. I
Yes.
feel people should focus on their higher selves and not on another being. They should
Yes.
be focusing on themselves.
Hello, higher self.
Hey,
Do you call yourself something?
well, I haven't given a name to this body. I haven't given a name. I do have a name. It's just that I choose not to share it. Names aren't important.
Okay, you don't need to share it, but I wanted to know if you choose a name
I
in
have,
the reality that you are in.
well, I have a name that resonates with my own uh, individuality. So I do have a name, but I don't choose names. Is that clarified enough?
Yeah. So are you on par with, or do you and the 3D personality of Sean, um, are you like agreeing when you are agreeing on this decision that he is making? Is that giving him a certain feeling, a specific feeling? Like, is
Well,
that the feeling when it's meant to be? When you feel that, oh, it's meant to be? Is it perhaps maybe your needs and his needs um, being the same?
this body has been trying to integrate me into himself for some time. He seeks to be his higher self because, in fact, everyone is their higher selves. I am just a different perspective of Sean.
Do you sometimes wish other things, different things, you and Sean? I guess that's the question.
Wish, can you clarify? Do you mean
Do you have different desires on certain? paths in his life.
Our desires are very similar. They would only differentiate on smaller things.
Hmm.
But this body realizes that the smaller things sometimes do not matter much as the bigger picture.
The smaller thing does not matter as the bigger picture. Yeah.
Sometimes, and when I have a different thought pattern about something else, we talk, we see what would be the best decision for us, and then we come to an agreement. But the things are like very subtle. For an example, I prefer a different shade of blue, and this body prefers a shade, but it is only one more shader bluer than what this body does prefer. So, in a sense, it's the smaller things are not that important. It's the main picture.
Yeah.
What drew you to our co-creation in this now moment?
You setting up your crystals. The energy brought me in.
Is there any, are there any tips or advice that you could share with us that could assist with calling forth any other entities that would enjoy the energy in this moment?
Can you simplify that question?
Would you be able to reach out to other aspects of Brother Sean that would wish to speak through him?
Yes, I could.
Is this something that excites both yourself and Brother Sean?
Sean is a completely open person, so he is open to all. He may have some filters though and blocks of his own perspective and belief systems, but he is open, and I am open to bring in another if you wish.
That would be most wonderful.
Who would you like to be brought through?
Hmm. Sister Takur, Brother Lakesh, would they be able to vibrationally speak through Brother Sean through his perspective?
It is possible, but this body has many filters and different perspectives that would get in the way of bringing truth occur. Not as many filters and beliefs as Lakesh, but it is possible. I will see if Lakesh wants to come true, or is he busy at this now moment? Lakesh is away at the moment.
Is there anything you would like to impart to us? Any advice?
No, I was just drawn here, so I came.
That's fine. Thank you.
Dego mandaha. Dengo landamaha. Doki mehedeshe. Mi jandon gandada hamarandaka. Greetings in my deepest, heartfelt, highest vibration of love light.
Greetings.
Greetings.
May I ask who's speaking?
Koresh.
Hello, Koresh. How are you?
Very well. Very, very well.
Thank you for coming.
Pleased to be with those of this co-creation.
How is it on your world?
Very interesting as of late.
Mm-hmm.
Many of your beings truly awakening to their own I am presence. And through this, connecting with original star families with ease.
Very good.
More effortlessly, pardon.
Yes.
Much more energies will be available in the upcoming weeks. There is a message of those in this co-creation with their talents and abilities with grounding, anchoring, and higher dimensional energies. An idea that has been shared with this one is perceiving this oneself residing within all dimensions of Gaia, residing both in the prime creator dimension as well as the higher dimensions perceived as 13th, 14th dimensional and higher. perceiving oneself as the 13th, 14th density being on the 13th, 14th density Gaia, grounding these energies through the core of Gaia by using the magnetic energies that are more readily available. So as to anchor in these higher dimensional energies for oneself, knowing that it's assisting the collective first before the self. There is an idea of more messages coming through of self-empowerment. Self-empowerment. New DNA upgrades are available for those that are feeling more experiences of fourth dimensionality life lines, parallel, congruent, more are awakening to their infinite timelines, as well as pulling in the beneficial energies for their present nows and their present incarnations of self. Hmm. Hmm. Infinite gratitude and appreciation for the energy of love and light that is being felt from the group.
Infinite love and appreciation for you as well, Koresh.
The beauty of your spirit shines brilliantly like the sparks of source that you truly are. I truly enjoy the crystalline light bodies that you are allowing yourselves to evolve, blossom to your true source self. Many blessings and appreciation to the crystalline beings in front of this one's vessel. There is the perception of communication between this one's grid and the crystals of the Naga Queen.
Thank you.
Your crystals would enjoy being held while you do the Naga Queen dance and Hathor tones.
Okay. Thank you for that information.
We are infinitely grateful and appreciative for the experience of communicating with these beautiful beings. There is an invitation and offer for those in this now moment through all of the universe and all of the collectives. The choir, the collective choir of archangels, the presence of the choir will be with those who call upon the energies of the choir. All that is needed is the intentioned meditation with a heart pure of unconditional love, light, compassion, with these intentioned callings. We will come forth. We will come forth.
May I ask who's speaking now?
Collectively, the choir.
Thank you.
Collectively, we hear and feel and perceive kind of hard to break through all of them. All we really want to do is just send some green energy.
They were sending immense energy.
Yeah, I just wanted to send some green, but they wanted to jump in.
Hi, Saphira.
Hi. Hi.
Oh,
And
Just
I
want to send the green growth of our love.
just listening, sweetie.
oh.
This one's wings fit comfortably.
Yes, it does.
Mm.
Is this Azrael? Because he did tell us you communicated.
No, Raphael.
Oh, welcome, Raphael. Welcome. Ugh.
Of course. He does welcome love and growth.
Yes.
Such beautiful green energies. They were muddling up my greenness. Needed a little levity. Yes, laughter. Laughter. Most definitely what is needed. We talk about love, we talk about light. Laughter. Humility and humbleness through one's journey. Being able to remove oneself from the self to a higher aspect of self. Come back to the moment with the new energy of humility and humbleness. And laugh right through it.
Yes.
Find something funny. Make something funny of it. This will be most healing part in this one's journey. Has been most healing. Why cry when we can laugh? It's a choice. This one chooses to cry while laughing.
Yes. I'd like to ask for healing for myself as well.
Such beautiful white lotus crowns. The beautiful white lotus that sits upon each of your heads. Such beauty and vibrance in each. We feel the calling. We feel the calling. We feel the calling. Many blessings.
Thank you. Much love to you and to all the choir.
It is always wonderful speaking to our angelic human family. like I feel them, like building, like almost like they're molding our auras into like these beautiful like white roses. There's like something on my right hand side right here. Like I feel resistance as I'm like, where this side is real free flowing. There's like a real vibrant white silver light, like shining down on people right now. Like it looks like an obelisk of light. There's 12 of them. There's like, okay, now it looks like there's 12 pillars, and it looks like a Merkaba, like interlaid with a Merkaba, like the pattern of the pillars around. And then those pillars resonate and harmonize each of their rays, and then it builds this obelisk of light that is our beingness, I feel like, and it connects with the core of Earth, and then it connects with the sun, and then from our sun it connects with tons of other suns. Blue purple energy with Sister Saphira. I want to say the eighth ray. That's the image that I get is a blue purple, like an indigo violet.
Do you have a lighter, babe?
An indigo violet, and it's above the crown.
Very good. Thank you. I like that.
someone of the 8th ray, of the Ascended Master of the 12 rays,
Serapis Bay.
Serapis is known more for the 4th chakra and the 4th ray, the green ray. However, Serapis is with you,
Mm-hmm.
and is essential with connecting to those of the higher rays.
Mm-hmm.
Kuan Yin,
Oh, yes. She is with me too. Someone told me I was her reincarnation once, but I doubt that.
Why do you doubt?
Because her heart and her energy and spirit, perhaps I haven't had it buried at that time, but they told me that.
You do understand that parts of the gods and goddesses that we know to be gods and goddesses are all with us.
Mm-hmm.
We are all fractals of them.
Mm-hmm.
Kuan Yin, as many humans, had parallel lives in parallel dimensions, as well as incarnations upon other realities.
Mm-hmm.
There may not be a resonance with the human incarnation of Kuan Yin and our perceivable timeline. However, there is a perception of a reality where you are an incarnation if this so resonates with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It is more in the realm of possibilities, more in this moment. However, all is always shifting and flowing and changing with growth.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the reality where you become the Ascended Master Sephira,
Mhm.
and known as Ascended Master Sephira, where people forget about Kuan Yin's energy and begin using you as the archetype
Mm.
to access divine prime source energies, as people do with Mary Magdalene, as people do with Joan of Arc, and so on and so forth.
Mm. That's very interesting. Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling right now like there's more trips to the colonies going. Like more like I feel as if people are starting to really experience. However, there's still the thing of people working through the allowance of the memory. It feels like people are expecting to wake up and instantly have like the whole memory detail by detail by detail. However, like they've explained, you know, when we come back, that's a lot. Like it's almost like a week's worth of information that we get. So we have trouble remembering what we just did throughout the day. So, stuffing like 7 days worth of activities and knowledge into 6 hours, and then you're gonna wake up and expect all that to just boom, 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 be right there in full detail and full remembrance. Expectations. You just need to have the faith and trust that the memories will build and just appear in the moments, and then when that happens, then you get flooded with memories and the experience.
Mhm.
At least in most of mine. And I don't get stuck. I don't get hung up on like, oh man, what was I doing up there last night? I know I was doing something. Well, that's enough for me now. It's just I understand I was up there doing something now. And then I just allow it to unfold. And as I hear other people's shares, a lot of time that's what acts as a trigger. And then like, oh man. So that was a piece of the puzzle. And as that one comes in, then another one slides in by itself almost, and then the memory really builds. Let's see here. I'm moving my little flowers.
Okay. I was
And
going to.
I'm going to show you the grid.
Oh, yes, that's what I was about to ask you. Because I got to go soon.
I'm a psychic, man. Like, I know what was up.
It's like, I got to see the grid before I go. Oh, wow. Amazing.
Oh,
I've
that's
been using my pyrite more.
It's beautiful. Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, so
Wow.
blue tiger's eye, rose quartz, and then I got my amethyst on the corners. And then you got the Brazilian quartz, black kyanite. This is seraphinite and angel stone. And then I have blue kyanite. On top of it, I have a terminated apophyllite crystal, which is like quartz. Then I got my labradorite, black kyanite. This is angelite on top of Brazilian quartz too. And then pyrite, quantum silica, quartz, pyrite, lapis lazuli, then black kyanite, seraphinite. This is a bloodstone carved into the shape of a crystal skull. And on top of that, I put my ruby, and the ruby is in the shape of a Merkaba. It's six-sided. It's a Merkaba ruby. And on top of the ruby, I have my spirit, my fairy stone. And then I got my bismuth, which is really neat. It grows at the Fibonacci to the golden ratio, to the Fibonacci sequence.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the celestial quartz with my blue kyanite and my celestite, angel stone, and then green tourmaline, and then pyrite on top here.
Wow, beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Hello, Brian. Hello, Christina. Hello, Gabe.
Oh wow, we got some
Christina, you're
more.
new. We got a new lady. Hi, Pegasus.
Yay.
Hey.
We, we have an old guy.
I have 2 eyes.
You can leave your hat out. Do, 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 do. You
That's a
can leave your
beautiful
hat
grid.
out.
Oh. That's for Brian.
That's what Brian is to me. Joe Parker's leave your hat on, so sexy.
Oh man.
Justin, that's a beautiful grid you've got. Beautiful.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. I
Yes.
really enjoy my crystals, and I really enjoy, when energy comes through and
And
assists me with putting it together.
How do you use it? Do you hold it? Do you sleep on it? Do you put it on above your head? Do you just pray with it? How do you use it?
Everything. I intention, like as I build it. Sometimes I'll intention a build, but lately I've been getting a lot of like channeled grids where it's just I'll feel energy come through and it'll be like autopilot where it's not like I'm setting the intention. Whatever is coming through already has the intention and is in my heart space. And then as I'm building it, I either start getting ideas as to what their ideas for it are, and or towards the end, then I'll start, feeling the energies and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But
That-
I do.
I have a question for you, Justin.
Yes,
If you come
brother.
up first. I wonder, how do you connect to spirits, in a sense, people who've been here on Earth that died and have not left and are still on a certain location? Do you feel them at all?
Interesting question. That's one of the things I've had a little. It hasn't been so effortless in reaching out to and connecting with is departed human spirits. However, there's a lady. Her name's Jamie. She does the channel. Jamie channels Eric, and that was one of the first channels that got me to into this whole thing right now. It was her video, which led me to Jim, and then from there. However, what I'm getting to is that she channels a departed human, Eric, and recently, after meeting a new member on Hucolo, Sister Carrie Mina, she's really connected with the spirit of Eric. And after we started connecting and doing sessions and whatnot, long distance healing sessions, I started being approached by Eric. So lately, like I've been getting messages from the departed spirit of Eric. And before that, the first spirit that I got in touch with was one of my favorite rappers that passed, that was shot and killed, Mac Dre. So I'm starting to be able to connect with spirit. That's one of the next ones. That's departed human spirits. It's kind of the next step for me, is because that feels like a really really fine tight vibration, and it's a fractal. It's a fractal, a fractal, a fractal, a fractal. So it's like you have to find like the oversoul or whatnot, and then kind of follow the line down, and it's really it's also part of our perception. It's how we read those energies. So it's a little
I
different connecting with human spirit.
I just found out that there's an event of a person medium that's in TV show in Sweden. He can read like someone who lived in a house and tell us about what's happening in the house and everything. He can read the energies of spirits, in a sense,
Really.
and communicate. And it's interesting. So he's hosting a show. So perhaps going to visit him, because then he asked which spirit want to talk to anybody in the audience right now.
Uh-huh.
And then he would share like some useful information to someone in the audience. It would be very interesting to go there, and I got like I should bring my crystals with me too and meet new people and connect, because I think they have the understanding of ETs, but nobody's just told those people yet. In a sense.
That'd be awesome, because you definitely carry a lot of energies with you. So if homeboy is on point and you go there with the intention of like, hey, I'm gonna stick out like a real bright thumb,
Yeah.
and just go in, charge your crystals, charge yourself up, and just be like, all right, I'm gonna be so obnoxious with messages that he's gonna have to come to me.
No, it's just not only him. The reason I want to go there is to meet all the people are open for existence of spirit. That there is another
Mm.
place where how we really are. That we are not completely in our body. Body are part of us. We can manifest whatever we want in a sense. But they have some of the understanding in a sense. So it would be exciting to meet new people that is open for it. I think. Connecting with my ideas, and they can share their ideas. Those there who come for that.
It sounds exciting to me, man.
You seeing eyes, Sophia? Because the medium people, they can really connect to people who dead and can feel like certain items. For example, if you buy in a lot of old items, sometimes there is a spirit coming with the items.
Yeah, the energy signature of a unique individual signature, like if they're like, okay, say they have a necklace, like with me, like this thing.
Yeah.
If I were to de-emanate right now, this would be something that someone would most likely be able to use to like connect with this unique individual's,
Yeah.
wavelength.
Basically, what I understand is if someone dies, they can choose to go to, in a sense, to the source immediately, or they can choose to stay and watch. Or some people are, when they die, are so confused, so they stay behind, but they are still in spirit, in a sense. And they can move stuff here on Earth, and you can feel them, the energies. And the mediums comes in when there's a very negative entity staying on one location, and the people living there, they feel it.
Has anyone lived in a house that they felt
But
had de-eminent energy there?
my mother house, I had one watching behind my back, and it was like watching me all the time, and I was like, "You're watching? Why are you watching me all the time?" And then it goes completely silent, like it's not there, but I know it's there. It doesn't want to speak to me at all, but it's so interesting in me, but it's in an ignoring way, and I don't. But at my mother house, but at my father's house, it feels very calm, and it's like the doors in my neighbor's house, the car door is slamming, like opening, closing it all the time, like you feel.